Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Kathy's Beautiful Blooms. I'm so excited to be here in the studio with you tonight. It's a Sunday night. Had a really good day. It was really hot. I was so thankful that the Lord put the cloud cover over and the sun so it would cool things down this afternoon for us. So that put me in a really good mood. Thank all of you for joining me. What I'm working on right now is I'm going to make a beautiful chiffon bow, and I've just all I've been doing is folding this, and I measured it. And it's 5 inches long. Okay, so I've got it laid out here. It's just a beautiful 1.5 inch chiffon ribbon that's wired, and I cut it at. I'm sorry, I measured it at 5 inches, and all I'm doing right now is folding it. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make this big, beautiful bow. I'm going to be throwing a bridal shower soon for my daughter, and the colors are black and white, hot pink, and gold. So I'm going to be making a lot of bows for her packages, for her gifts and everything. So I want to make big, beautiful bows, and I'm going to show you how easy this is. And you can do this in any color. I'm doing this in hot pink. I'm going to make some black ones. I'm going to make some white ones. I'll make some gold ones. And I have probably about 10 or 12 folds right now because I want this to be big and fluffy. Okay, so all I'm doing is folding it just like so. Now I think that's probably going to be enough. Let me see how many actually I have. Give you a better idea. Here's the middle. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I have about 10, and that's fine. Here's the middle. And now I'm just going to cut it off even right here, just like so. Okay, now once you have this folded, this has wire in it. So as you're folding it, you can pinch your wires just to keep it together really nice. See how nice that is? And you're going to be really surprised because we're almost done with this already. Once you get this all folded, all you do is get your sharp scissors, and we're in the middle, fold it, just kind of eyeball the middle. Okay, so about right here, I'm going to cut into it, but I'm not going to cut all the way across. I'm just going to cut a little bit, just a little bit, just like so. And then I'm not going to get too carried away cutting into it because I don't want to go all the way through. Now I'm going to turn it and cut, fold it in half, and then the middle on this other side, I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut some, but I'm not going all the way through, okay? You don't want to go all the way through. I think I need to cut a little bit more. So you'll want to be careful when you're doing this. Don't get scissor happy on this, okay? And then I don't think I have enough cut in it, so I'm being careful. So I'm going to go back and cut a little bit more on the other side. Okay. Now I think that's about going to do it. I might do one more small cut on this side, because if you do cut all the way through, you have to start over, which is no problem. But if you'll just be extra, extra careful, that won't happen to you. Yeah, I'm just going to cut. I just want to make another little bitty cut here. Okay, I think that's perfect. See, I have a cut here, and then on this side I have a cut here. And now I'm going to get a zip tie, and I'm going to tie that up. And I have a small black zip tie right here. So let me see if I can see which side I need to zip this up with. And I'm going to go right in the center, and I'm going to just zip this up. And when I always say, when you hear your zipper zipping, you know you turned it the right way, and I can hear it. So, and I'm going to do it as tight as I can. Hope everybody's doing good this evening. I'm so happy to come and hang out with you guys. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kathy. Please hit that subscribe button, and you'll be notified when I have a new video. And I have a lot of videos coming out very soon. Okay, so I did it as tight as I possibly could, and then I'm just going to cut the extra with just the stem with my scissors right here. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of see where my center is. It's kind of like that. Like that. Silly, silly. Oh, I'm always so silly on Sunday night for some reason. Okay, So there we go. And these are my middles. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is I have tied this really tight so I can pull it hard any direction, okay? I'm going to reach in this finger in through the middle of my loops right here, and I'm going to pull it out. I'm just going to pull that first layer out. And these are very, very thin, so you don't want to skip a layer in pulling it out, okay? All right, so I'm going to start right here. And I'm just going to pull this first one out, just like so. And I'm just going to pull on it, just like that. Then I'm going to pull another one. Then I'm going to start on this side, on the inside. I'm going to pull two. I'm going to pull one. And when you're getting started, they are, like I said, very thin, so you don't want to miss a loop. And I'm going to pull two over here. You could twist it when you're pulling it too. And then I'm going to go back to this side, and I'm going to pull two and twist it down. There's one, and twist that one down. And then I'm going to do the other one, twist it out. I'm pulling it really, really hard, actually, because I want them to all be separated nice and fluffy. And if two are stuck together, see how that's already starting to look? And when you zip tie that tight, you can pull it hard. It's no problem. Okay, so I usually do two on each side. I'm going to do one on this, another one, and then I might pull one down. I might want to pull one up. Then I'm going to go on this side, and I'm going to pull out one down and one up. And then I'm going to come back on this side, and I'm going to pull out one to my right, one to my left, and then I'm going to come on this side, and I'm going to pull one to my left, one to my right, one up, one down, just every direction till I've got them all pulled out. Okay, now it's kind of like a little ball, but so I'm just going to flatten the bottom just like so, like that. Once I get the bottom nice and flat, then I'm just going to continue to twist and turn and fluff my loops. That's all that you do to this. And you know, last year in the fall, I was at my local craft store, and I noticed the holiday bows were $16.98. I was like blown away. The year before they were like $9.99, and they've skyrocketed in price. So I'm going to be having video tutorials showing you guys how you can make that same bow for $3 or under, because I think that's too much when it's so easy to make your own bow for $2 or $3. And if you get your ribbon on sale, like the 30-foot ribbon, and you're making 5 loop bows, you can get 2 out of that. So if you get it on sale for $7, that's like $3.50 a bow. Or if you get it for something like that, you're gonna save a lot of money. All right, so now I'm just fluffing this up. That's literally all I'm doing, and it's so fun. And you can make some of these ahead of time if you know you're going to be having a wedding or a baby shower or some special occasion coming up, and you can just hang it up on a hanger. I like to take a clothes hanger and just hang these up, and they stay just like this. And if they don't, it takes a couple seconds to fluff them up, and it's so fun to fluff them up. And it's not hard at all. But look at this exquisite bow. This is beautiful, and this is going to be so pretty with my packages, and it's perfect for a bridal shower. And you can do it in any color that you like. Okay, I'm going to fluff that up a little bit more later probably, just because I like to do it. But do you see how beautiful that is? And all I did was I got my ribbon, I measured it 5 inches, and I folded it over and over and over I did about 10 or 12 loops, and then I just cut it in the center, not all the way through, and I put a zip tie, and then I just unfluffed it. That's all that I did to that. Okay, very good and very excited. I love that. And now what do we want to work on? I have a couple things going on. Today I painted this container. I got this container at my local craft store, and it was solid white. And like I said, my shower colors are going to be black and white. It's going to be black and white and gold and hot pink. So I painted this gold, and I have a piece of dry foam here that you get at your craft store, and I just stuck it down in there like that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut that off. I'm just going to cut it off, and always leave at least like 1 inch above your container so you can put your side flowers in, okay? For you, all of you that come to my classes and watch my videos, you probably know that, but I like to repeat it for the new subscribers because I want everybody to be able to be a floral designer if you want to, if for fun or for money or profit or whatever you want to do it for. Gift giving, make it for yourself. My motto is flowers are an instant mood booster. I promise you, if you're having the worst day, the worst week, stop at your local grocery store, grab some flowers, come back, watch one of my videos how to put them together really easily, and have a fantastic week, okay? So I'm going to leave about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch right here so that I'll have room to put in my side flowers. I'm just going to cut the top of that off just like so. That's all that I'm going to do. And then I'm just skimming it to make sure it's kind of, it doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing's perfect, but slightly even. Okay, now I want this to be secure in my container, okay? So I have this floral tape, and it's waterproof. It comes in a roll like this. It's about $5 or $6, but this will last like a long time. And it's only sticky, very, very sticky and sturdy on one side. This is fantastic tape to use, okay, to secure your container. So I'll just go over the side just like that. It's a very strong tape, and it's waterproof, so I love it. And because it's so strong and sturdy, it's not flimsy at all. I'm only going to use one piece, okay? That's that. Now, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a bow, like a bow tie with to put on the front of my container. Let me get my Bodabra. Are you guys familiar with the Bodabra? This is just a little plastic piece that helps you make a bow. So I'm going to make one right now. And to make a bow, well, excuse me, let me get my, you'll want to use your floral wire. And this is a pretty thick one. It's about 18 or 20 gauge, I believe. So I'm just going to unwind some of that, approximately 20, 21 inches, and cut it. And then I'm going to fold it in half. Now, when I'm doing this with this wire, this is the coolest part. You'll hear me say this. It is truly the coolest part. And pay close attention to this part, because if you miss this part, you'll be wondering why you're having trouble tying your bow, okay? So I cut it really long, and I folded it in half. And see, when I folded it in half, I could like put my finger right here. So I folded it in half like that, and I'm putting it straight down into my Bodabra. And once I get it down into my Bodabra, I'm going to lift my Bodabra and just tuck it under the bottom. And then I'm just going to turn it just like that. Okay, so we're going to do this very, very quickly, okay? Because we've got all these beautiful blooms that we're going to be putting into our beautiful container. So we don't want to take a lot of time making the bow, but I do want to make one because I do want to put my bow tie right here because I think it's going to look exquisite with the gold. Okay, so I'm going to cut this about, I guess, about 22 inches, and I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to pinch it right here and put it straight down into my Bodabra. And this is my dull side, and this is my pretty side. I'm always going to be looking at my pretty side. When I go over the top, keep in mind I'm looking at my pretty side. Always look at your pretty side. When you're fluffing your bow, you have to be looking at your pretty side. Just keep that in mind, and it'll be an easy tip. So I'm going to pinch this at just about a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to put this straight down, and I'm going to pinch it a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to go ahead and twist it right now. Okay, and I'm going to put it straight down in my Bodabra and press it down with both fingers. And the reason I twisted it up here is so when I come over it, I'm going to be, do you see how my pretty side is showing right here? And then I'm going to pinch. I don't want it too big for this because this is a small container. But I'm going to pinch it, and I'm going to twist it. So when I push it down, the bottom is going down, but the pretty side is coming up over the top. You guys with me on that? Okay. So, and I might not use but 2 or 3. I might need 2 or 3 loops for this. And you're just going to eyeball them and kind of see if these look about the same. And I think that's going to be fun. And I might just actually do two. I don't really think for this container that I actually need um, 5 or 6 loops. But this Bodabra, if you're making a 17, 18 loop bow, you need this. You definitely need this. And you can get this at your local craft store for $19.99. I've seen them over there, and they're usually plentiful in stock. I think I'm going to go ahead and do 3 on it. I'm just feeling it, so I'm just going to twist this right now and just come over the top. Now that I've done my 3, remember how we did 1/2 inch when we got started? The opposite side, we're going to cut it at 1/2 inch just so it holds it in there for me. That's the only reason for that. And if it's in the way of our bow, we can cut it off. Okay, now I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to press down. Get ready for this super cool part, okay? It's coming right now. Okay, turn it. Reach underneath and grab your wires, both of them, and you'll pull them up to the top, okay? Pull them up straight to the top, just like this. Okay, now when you get to the top, okay, this is where my loop is. See where my finger's going under my loop right here? And then I have my 2 wires here. You take your 2 wires and you insert it into the center of your loop. And then you take your 2 wires and you pull up as tight, even wrap it around your finger so you can pull tight. And then just pull it up, straight up, as tight as you can get that. Now your bow is tied super tight, okay? Very good. Now, okay, we have this. I'm just going to pull it again to make it super tight. Okay, that is super tight. That is fantastic. Here is the front of my bow, and as you know, I'm not going to need one this long, so I actually could have made it shorter. But if you're making a bigger bow, you can make it whatever size and then cut it down as you need to. Because sometimes I change my mind and I want to make something different, and I've left it long, so I do tend to make my tails long and then cut them down as I need to. Okay, so now I have this wire in the back. Normally, if I were putting this on, say, a grapevine wreath or something like that, I would use that wire to tie it off, okay? So now all I'm going to do is, these are wired, so they're so easy. And make sure when you're fluffing it now, the pretty side is facing you. Always be looking at the pretty side of anything, bows, life, everything. Look at the pretty and the bright side, okay? All right. I'm so glad you guys are here with me. Thank you so much. I have received so many compliments, and I am so grateful to all of you. Okay, and then see, I've just fluffed these up, and this one in the middle, and I might take my hot glue gun in a minute, and I might secure that because I don't want that to move around or anything. So, okay, so now we have our little bow, and I have a little piece sticking out right here from when we tied that off. I'm just cutting that right off. And you really can't see it on the other side, so I don't really have to worry about that. Okay, we're going to put that on our arrangement in just a moment. Okay, so now I ordered these on Amazon, and these are exquisite, beautiful silk roses. I just love them. They're so soft, and I always say, use top quality blooms. You know, you can go, I'm not knocking Dollar General, Dollar Tree, anything like that, because I shop there for things. But, like, you know, you can go and get your foam, and you can get your wires, and you can get some greenery. But for your actual blooms, for anything that you're making, I highly suggest that you only buy top quality silk blooms because your arrangements are going to look so nice. If you get, let me just show you the difference, okay? Okay. This one I did buy at a cheap store. And so when I'm feeling this, I can hear it. I can hear the plastic crinkling. Okay, but when I'm crinkling this one, it's just soft. The petals are there's a huge difference in the petals, the silk petals and the plastic petals. Okay, so there you go. Okay, and when you get these from Amazon, these are going to be in the box crushed. So all you have to do is get your blow dryer and just blow dry it and fluff it straight right back up to perfection. Okay, that's a little tip for you guys. Okay, so anyway, I did go a little gold. I bought this gold. This let me see if I can see the name of this. I bought this gold paint at my craft store for like 98 cents. I painted this with it, and I also I have these beautiful white. Well, actually, I have these champagne colored roses that I bought off Amazon. I bought white and champagne, but I did color my champagne ones this gold color. And I just simply laid this straight down and just started painting the petals and turning it with this. This is all I used to paint that with. Okay. So now I have, what do I have? I have two pink ones, and those are so pretty. And these are, I did buy these at my local craft store. And then, like I said, these I got on Amazon, and these were champagne. And I didn't want to use. I love the color of these. They're actually more of an ivory color than yellow. The camera may make them look yellow, but these are an exquisite ivory color. I highly recommend those. And then I got these. So in floral design, we work with odd numbers. So I'm going to go ahead. I only have two of these hot pink ones, so I might do three gold, and two hot pink, and that's five. Okay, and then for my white ones, let me see what I have. And everything doesn't have to be matchy matchy. See, I have a beautiful rose here, and I have a peony here. Can you see how pretty those are? And so, let me see. I have three of these. So let me see if I have one more. This back here, this back whole row. I have it. This is my stash. Okay. I just put all of this into a piece of dry foam so I could look and see what greenery that I wanted to use. And it's easy to reach, and I can kind of see it to see what I need. Okay. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to do 9 total flowers. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm gonna do, these are gonna be my white ones. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. All right. So now we know what we're gonna use. Let me just put this in the back. Put that over there. Okay. And I'm going to work with my greenery block now. Okay. This is so much fun. I just love it. Okay. The video might get a little bit long, but I don't care. It's just fun. All right. Thank you for joining me. Okay. I hope all of you are having fun too. Okay. And I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit. Okay. I'm just going to go right in here with my greenery. What you do on one side, you'll want to do on the opposite side. Although everything doesn't have to be matchy, but you do want to create a nice balance. And then I'm going to use a lot of texture. I love texturing. And I'm just going to go ahead and bring this out. It's called coloring, or something like that. And it does take a few minutes to get it in there. But this is fun to me. I love putting the greenery around. And trying to put what I put on one side, put on the other side. And and aren't these pretty? Let me show you what I have here. This is called Silken Splendor. And what you can do is you can just take your beautiful foliage, and you can just spray that and shake it down. You don't have to rinse it off. You don't have to wipe it off or anything. And this is going to make it super shiny. And I do that a lot of times. But I'm going to put this one right there. Look how pretty that is. Look how pretty. And because I put this one in here, which actually had two pieces stuck together, I'm going to find another piece of that. And I'm going to put it on the opposite side. Okay. If I get a piece that's too long, I always just get my clippers. I just got these old things out of my husband's truck. He's probably been looking for them, but they work really good. And then I put one over here, so I'm gonna put one over here, and that's pretty, and it covers a lot of space. That's what I like about it. Okay, And I've got this, and this is an entire bush, and it came like that, okay? And I cut it off of other ones that had similar. I can just put this low right down in the middle, and look how much space that takes up. Isn't that nice? Okay, and I found some more of these. And you can even spritz it while you're doing it if you want to. And then just shake it off. They're going to dry, and they're going to be super shiny. So easy to do. And this is only $5.99. You can get it in a can, and it's $9.99. And I do prefer the can, but the store was out, so I did get the spray bottle, which is fine. It's going to be beautiful and shiny, and I think these are so pretty. So, and they fill in a lot of space. And we're almost done with this. I'm probably just going to get like 3 more pieces total, and that's it. Because you don't want any of your mechanics showing, right? Okay. So I'm just gonna see, do I have anything showing? And you can put a layer, and it can go be hanging down. You can put your first layer near your base, and then you can put your second layer, because I just love greenery. It's just so elegant, and it makes your arrangement look so beautiful. Okay, so I think we're good. I'm just gonna set that back there. As I get loose little pieces of greenery, I just stick it in the foam, and that way I have it handy when I need something. Okay. And eucalyptus, you can never go wrong with putting eucalyptus in your arrangement. I just love it. Okay, I have a light color on this side, so I'm gonna put my velvet eucalyptus, I call them my velvet petals on this side. Okay. Now we're just gonna cut these down. Okay, let me show you something real quick. Do I do anything real quick? No. But okay, I'm going to show you anyway. All right, my container is 7 inches high. So I like to make my arrangements like 1 to 1.5 times the height of my container. You know, there's a little florist kind of rule, but you can really do whatever you want in whatever space you're going to be putting it in. So I'm probably going to do this about 14 to 17 inches. We'll see. And that's going to be fine. Okay. Let me see. We're going to go ahead and cut these up. And if these get wrinkled, like I said, just get your blow dryer. And when you do paint these, you do want to make sure they don't stick too much together. But you can always get your blow dryer and get that heat going, and just fluff them right up, okay? All right, so let me see how much I want to cut this one. I think I'm going to just cut this one right here. I'm going to go straight down in there into my, and make sure and cut your stems at a sharp angle, okay? A sharp angle, because it goes easy into your foam, okay? So I do want you all to get in the habit of that for sure. And I don't put anything straight up and down. I put it in at that nice angle, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get my gold ones in. Let me see. And if I don't cut it right the first time, it's okay. And see, I don't need that leaf right there, so I will go ahead and cut that one off. I don't need that at all. And I'm going to put what you do on one side, you do on your other side. So, and they don't have to be the same height. And like I said, they don't have to be matchy, okay? Exactly, you know? All right, and then I have these, my pink one fell off the stem, so I would get my hot glue gun and I will glue that one back, okay? So I think I'm going to go more toward the center-ish with this one, my beautiful hot pink one. Okay, let me put my other hot pink one in here. And I'm going to go, I think I'm going to put this one, I think I'm going to put this one more right here to the front, right here down kind of low. And then my bow's going to be right there, okay? And I might need to bring this one down just a tad. And you can do that. It's fine. There. Okay. And I'm going to leave that one a little bit longer. And then I'm going to see where I want to put my white one. I'm going to put my white one right here. That's going to be so pretty. And you want to give space between your flowers. You don't want them like crammed together, okay? And then I'm going to put one right here, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. And then I've got these two, so I think I'm just going to I'm going to just wedge these two right here. I think that's going to be very elegant right here. And I might just let that one hang down a little bit. Let's see how that looks. How does that look? Let me see. Let me see if I can see it from the angle that you're seeing it from. Okay, this one is up. There we go. And then you can bend them out a little bit so that you'll be able to see them good. And that one, a little bit of paint stuck to it, but it's still exquisite, exquisite. Okay, there we go. And let's see, we have one more gold one. I could have swore I put that in there. I'm going to put this low towards the back. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Okay. All right. So now, let me see. And if you get anything at the top that's too tall, clip that off. Just get your clippers and clip it right off, because we don't want our greenery overpowering our beautiful blooms, do we? No. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our beautiful bow on there, and it's going to be so pretty. I can tell you right now. I wish I would have turned my hot glue gun on. I think I will go ahead and do that right now. This is my Surebonder. It's a wireless hot glue gun, and you can use it for up to 2 minutes without putting it back on the charger. Don't you just love that? Sometimes I use a glue pot, but I do love my Surebonder. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this wire right here off, because I don't need this, because like I said, if I were putting this on a wreath, I would save this to tie it. But since we're making a bow tie, then I'm just going to clip that right off, and I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue that onto my container. And I'm also going to hot glue my first loop, because I want it to stay in place for me. And then I'm just checking to see if these are like approximately the same size. They don't have to be exactly by any means, but we do want them kind of the same size if we can get them, the same size. And wired ribbon is, if you're a beginner, always get wired ribbon, because it is so easy to work with. And if you guys want to stay with me a little bit longer, I can show you on another wired ribbon the best one to get and the easiest one to work with, okay? Now I'm just going to take these while my hot glue gun is getting hot, and I'm going to put them on top of each other just like so. And then I'm going to cut them. I'm just going to cut them down, because it's a pretty large bow. I might even come up more into the arrangement with this one. So I don't need these long at all. Okay, so I cut them really short, and you just put them together and fold them over. Just fold them in half just like that. And you'll always want to cut cloth to wire at a very sharp angle like this, okay? Just like that, so that you'll make your nice dovetails. Sharp, sharp, and cut quick, because I notice if you take your time lollygagging when you're cutting, it makes it crooked. So go ahead and cut fast. Okay, perfect. And these are a little bit larger than I wanted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck them down in the bottom, and nobody's ever going to know that I made it larger than I wanted to. See, that's one of the reasons I like to keep my video playing, because you can make adjustments to things, these little tips and tricks and secrets. And I'm just going to glue it down. Nobody's even going to know that I had made it longer than I wanted to at all. Right there, I'm just going to glue the back down so the loops appear smaller. That's a little trick you can do. Yep. That's all you have to do with that. Okay. Now, these on the side are a little bit longer than I wanted, because I don't need a real big one. Okay. Now I'm going to glue this one down, and I'm going to kind of bend this one down as well, because I don't really need it to be that big, because this is a smaller, I should have probably made it smaller, but I didn't, and that's no big deal. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to directly put my hot glue right here up high, right there, right there, right there. And then I'm going to just put this right there on it. And I'm going to hold that for just a minute. when you're putting your hot glue on, don't get in a hurry to let it go, because if you do, you might end up having to do it again. So just take that extra time to hold it, make sure it secures, and then you don't have to worry about doing that again. Okay, and then you can also, while you're holding it, you can fluff it up a little bit more, like so, just like this. Okay, and we're almost done with this. And then all we're going to do now, I might put another dab of glue right here because I want this to be a little bit more secure right there. And I want that to come down a little bit more under my container right here. Hot glue works wonders for your projects. You're just going to love it. Okay, so now I don't mind if my foliage is going over my, I might actually put a little bit more foliage in, because I don't mind if it's going over my bow. It's fine, absolutely fine. And then if you can go around and look and see if you have any spots that might need attention. Just kind of go and look and see. I think I need something right here. Let me see. What do I have? And I have another one. This one has a beautiful baby blue flower in there. Okay, let's see, what else do I have that I might could just go ahead and pop right in the middle. I think I'll just go ahead and cut this down. Some more eucalyptus is fine. And you don't ever want your mechanics showing in your arrangement, okay? So make sure everything is, did I put that on the wrong side? Yeah, that is not actually the side I was planning to put this on. See, do you see what I mean, guys? Oh, maybe I shouldn't be such a night owl all the time. I'm just going to rip that sucker off, and I'm going to have to paint that. I wanted to put it on this side. So sorry, I got distracted. And that happens to me a lot. Often, everywhere I go. It's no big deal at all. See, I just ripped that off, and then I'll have to dab that up with my paint, and I don't mind doing that. And I wanted to put it more on this side. Like, I think I want to put it right here, actually, in front. Let me see. I don't want that to be overpowering in that one. I think I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put it right here. Yeah, I want it to go right there, actually. See, always look and see where you want it to go before you hot glue it. But if you forget like I did, rip it off and put some paint on it and put it where you want it. Or maybe you put it there and you want it there and then you didn't like it, rip it off. That's the fun thing about this, you know? You can do whatever you want. I just love it. So fun. And for any of you that think you're not creative, it's not true. You're very creative. You can do anything you set your mind to. If you might say, well, I don't have a natural talent for floral design. Well, I didn't have a natural talent for floral design either, but I learned it. It's something you can watch videos, you can go to school, you can have mentors. I had a lot of mentors, and you can watch videos. You can do a lot of things to learn the skill. Okay, so now I would like to have a little bit more white on this side. So I think I'm just going to add a little bit of these in here, because I feel like I do want a little bit more white than I actually have. So I might just pop a few of these down low. Okay, and there we have it. There is our beautiful arrangement. You see how pretty that is? With the beautiful gold vase. Some people say vase, some people say vase. And this is going to be, I'm going to adjust this a little bit because I'm not liking quite how tall that I have a few of these things. So I will be fixing it a little bit. There you have it. Okay. When I do this, when I'm holding it up here like this for you guys, and I'm doing this pose, I'm actually working on my thumbnail, okay? That's a little YouTube thing to make my thumbnail. Okay. Thank you guys for being patient with me on that. Now, let me see. Oh, I promised you I was going to show you beginners a perfect ribbon to make a beautiful, easy bow. Let me do that right now. Oh, where is my ribbon? Let me see. Okay, it's this one. This one right here. This is a beautiful plaid ribbon. It's I think it's 2 inches or 2.5. 2.5 inches wide. Watch it how easy it is, and this is wired, okay? And you can get this on sale at your local craft store. Watch how easy it is and how this bow holds, okay? Well, I'll show you right now. I have not fluffed this up. I made a video for this not long ago. This right here, and let's see, it goes kind of like that. I have not done anything to it. It just holds its shape so good. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you real quick. Bo Deborah, where are you? Abracadabra, Bo Deborah. That was for you, to my friend George. Hi, George. Okay, so now remember, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna pull out our floral wire, and we're gonna cut it. We're gonna fold it in half. We're gonna put it down into our Bo Deborah and pick it up like that. Boom, boom. That's it. All right, so now turn it this way. I'm going to make my tail, so I'm going to cut it about 20 inches. Well, it might be a little less than 20. I'm going to just put it right down in there. And then remember, when we get started, the pretty side is facing me. And I'm just going to pinch it together that little 1/2 inch and twist it, put it straight down in there. I'm going to come over the top, and I'm going to pinch it and put it straight down here. This ribbon just it holds together so good. You cannot hardly get a wrinkle in this one. So if you're new, get this 2.5 inch ribbon just like this, because you'll be very pleased with every bow that you make. And it's so easy, okay? I'm just trying to show you guys how easy this one holds together, okay? It doesn't have to be perfectly straight or anything, but I want to show you how it holds its shape so good. All right, there we go. All right, I'm not actually checking to see if it's super even or anything, but pretty side up. And I have enough to do, I have enough to come over on this side, and that's it. So I'm going to cut it right here, the 1/2 inch. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I love you guys, and I really appreciate it so much. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. So fun. Okay, so press it down. And the later it gets, the sillier I get also, okay? So lift up your wire. Remember how we said this is the absolute coolest part? Don't miss it. Okay, so this is the loop right here. Can you see that? My finger's through it. And then this is the 2 wires. Put the 2 wires through the loop and pull straight up. And that's going to be so tight. That's going to be, pull as tight as you can, like that. Okay, that is going to be super, super tight, okay? Now, we have our, make sure this is the front. We have our tails, and we're going to fluff it up. Make sure the pretty fluffs, you're looking at the pretty fluffs when you're fluffing this up. This holds its shape so good. You're not even going to believe how good this holds its shape. 2.5 inch ribbon. If you're new, go ahead and get the 2.5 inch ribbon, because it's going to hold the shape really nice, being a wired ribbon, okay? And you can just fluff that. And I made that wreath with this and fluffed it one time, and I haven't refluffed it or anything, and it's just holding its shape so good. And it's going to come out something like that. So pretty. Okay, now let me see. I told you guys we're having a floral marathon, so we're just going to keep going. I think I will take a break and get a drink, and I'll be back in 45 seconds. You get a drink and come back and join me. We're going to have some more fun, okay? I'm not cutting it off or anything. No, not at all. Be right back. Great. I'm back. Thank you for waiting for me. Like I said, we're having a floral marathon and it's going to be fun. So if you want to continue hanging out with me, I appreciate that. And please hit the subscribe button, okay? And we're going to start having a video on Monday and Wednesday and Friday. So you don't want to miss anything, okay? All right. I think I'm going to show you how to make a department store bow. Let me just untie this real quick. I'll show you. This is just an empty box that I have. I'm just, and the good thing of this is a 1-inch wired green and white polka dot ribbon. And the good thing about working with wired ribbon, it's so easy to reuse, to fluff up the last minute. So if you want to get a make a beautiful, we call it department store bow because it has that nice flatness on the bottom, not that weird lump that you're sitting it down and it's awkward. No, I'm going to show you how easy it is. You can make one of these in a matter of under a minute. Okay, so what you'll want to do, let me see. All right, so you'll leave about, I would say, about 8 inches hanging off the side of your package, and put this thumb, your left thumb, right there on that and hold that. Lift up your package, take the ribbon and go around the package and bring it back to your thumb. And then hold it with your thumb, go over the top, and bring it all the way back, just like so. Okay, now take your thumb and move both of the ribbons to the center of your package. You might have to lift it up a little bit. Just move it over. That's all. And don't worry if it wrinkles. It's no problem. Okay? All right. So, and then you just take your ribbon and you go under both of the ribbons, just like so. Under both ribbons, just like that. And then pull it tight. You see how I did that? And just pull it tight. Tight, tight, tight. Then hold it. Tie your shoe. Just like tying your shoe. Make a loop. Go around the loop. And then come back through, just like so, just like that. And then it has wire in it, so you just fluff that up, just like that. All right. Okay. And then pull your tails down. And I already have a dovetail on these. So you just play with it a little bit and just fluff it up and get your loops approximately the same. Pull them up about the same. And just like so. That one's a little bigger. Just play with these loops just a little bit. Okay? And do you see how flat it is on the bottom? And then you can just move it over on your package. Isn't that nice? And then you have a beautiful bow. There you go. Okay. Now, let's see. Do we want to end the video or do we want to do something else? Let me think. Okay. Well, I can show you guys this. I got this at my local craft store, and this is I'm going to make an island standing bridal spray, okay? So, and I got this, and this is called a floral cage arranger right here, and see, it's for the wet foam. When you're working with your wet foam, just go ahead and soak it down in your sink and let it go down by itself. Don't try to push it down to force the water. Otherwise, you'll have it dry in the center. And it comes just like this, and it has this nice little hole right here. And then on your container right here, it has a hook. So you just stand it up and you place it on the hook like that. And then you can put your florals in on the side and the top and the middle. And then this is a short one. This one's about, let's see how big this one is. We are actually going to be standing this on top of the kitchen island. And because we have a big island that we're going to be placing this on, we're going to be standing in the corner on the kitchen island to welcome our guests to a beautiful display of food that we're going to be serving. Okay, so this one is let's see, it's 25 inches. Okay, and then my flowers are going to come up here, like here, and there are going to be some on the outside, and it's going to be these exquisite colors right here is what we're going to put on it. Okay, and we'll be using a few other ones. And I'm going to be making a video of how to do this next week. So stay with me, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, now I have this beautiful container that I bought at my local thrift store for $4. And I always wash, sanitize, and clean and dry my containers. And I have some really pretty green and white polka dot 1-inch wired ribbon. So I thought I might make a bow for this one. And I'm going to clean up some of this stuff. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. I just really appreciate you all. I always say thank you, Jesus, for helping me, because without him, I can do nothing. And I thank all of you so much. Okay, I'm probably not going to go ahead and make this for you tonight, but like I said, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, look for a brand new video, okay? But I have this beautiful container, and I do like, I've heard some florists say that bows are kind of out on your arrangements, but in my opinion, no, bows will never be out. I absolutely love them. And they add so much to your arrangement. Just like when I put a pretty bow on this one, I'm not going to be using this showing this brown part, so I'm going to be like incorporating this low onto my arrangement, and I'm going to put greenery and then my beautiful flowers in here. But I'm going to do this on another video, so make sure and like, share, and subscribe. I think that's all I have for you guys tonight. I think this turned out super duper cute. Any container that you get at your local craft store, you can just bring that sucker home and get whatever color paint that you like and just paint it, okay? Have a good night, everyone. Talk to you soon. Thank you.